So welcome to another FC25 news episode. Today we are talking about FC25 on the PS5 Pro. We're also going to talk about the missing FC25 crew mode feature known as live start points. Is this feature coming soon? And then we've also got news on EA and FIFA coming back together for the World Cup in 2026. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like for me and make sure you subscribe to get all the latest FC25 news. A new console known as the PS5 Pro came out. There's been a few people that have actually played FC25 on this new console, and these are basically the changes just in case you were wondering. So now you get native 4K resolution and 60 frames per second all the time, no matter where you are in the game. You do not have to choose between enhanced visuals and favor resolution anymore. That setting is not there on the PS5 Pro version because it doesn't need to be there. Essentially what the PS5 Pro does is combine the two settings together. I've got some more details here. So game intros are now 60 FPS. They're 30 on the PS5. Replays are now 60 FPS as well. Free kicks, corner kicks and penalties are 60 FPS now. I didn't even know free kicks, corner kicks and penalties were at 30 frames per second. Celebrations now are 60 FPS, so in the normal version on the PS5, the celebrations were 30 FPS. And according to some people online gameplay is now smoother, sort of like a PC version, less heaviness and delay. One thing that's a little bit of a downside is that the gameplay is still 60 FPS. There's no 120 FPS mode. I'm more interested in 120 FPS gameplay, but since it's not, I think I'm going to skip this console because the changes don't sound like too much of a difference. You don't want to spend $700 or pounds to get just a smooth menu and 60 FPS in your celebrations. You might have already forgotten about this feature, but there's a new feature supposed to come to career mode, and that is the live start points. This lets you start your career at different parts of the season, and you can live out storylines from this current football season. There's still no confirmation of when this feature is coming out. No one knows anything really, but I would love to know if it's coming soon. Maybe December would be a good time to bring this feature out because the season's already started and a lot of match days have already occurred. At the moment, I guess they're probably testing it out, and even though I would like it to come out maybe soon in December, my brain is telling me maybe February next year instead, but I still think there's going to be bugs with it. I still think it's going to be broken, and the downside to this is that it's just limited to a few competitions, so it's not going to affect every competition in the game, but we'll see what happens with this, I guess. Even though EA and FIFA split up a couple of years ago, there could be a chance that they could come back together. EA is looking for a chance to re-engage with FIFA for the World Cup in 2026. This is coming from Bloomberg.com, and it was a quote from Laura. She is the EA president, and she said in response to a question at the Bloomberg Screen Time conference in Los Angeles that they will look to potentially do World Cup partnerships. Obviously, FIFA runs the World Cup, so maybe EA and FIFA could still put out a DLC or an update that lets us use a licensed competition in the game, because still EA's game is the biggest football game out there. It would make sense for the two to combine just for the World Cup. The 2026 World Cup is still a long time away, so we'll see what happens. Thank you to my channel members Chris and Callum for your support. If you want your name featured here, just sign up using the link in the description. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like for me, make sure you subscribe for more episodes, and hit the thumbnail in the middle to watch another FC25 video.